Hey guys, I thought I would do this video right after my last one on ice fishing. So I wanted to talk a little bit about the economy in Warcraft and how it's complete dog shit. And this, when I pulled this up, I searched for the frozen rhinefin tuna that I'm actually catching right now. As you can see in my bags, if I can open them up, my recorder thing's in the way here. I got 67 of them. I've only fished it for a few minutes, 33 gold each. So if I actually have, if I were to pull my calculator up here, let's see how much we have made in just maybe 10, 15 minutes here. So 33 times, is that 67? So I made 2,200 gold just fishing those up. Excuse me. Once I get to the point where I can fish up the magma fish at around 15, it's going to be a grind because even getting to 10 takes a while. Get rid of my disturbed dirt pile here. But I wanted to talk about the economy, and I'm going to tell you, I absolutely, it makes me sick what's happened to the economy. Now, I first noticed this when I started my Taylor Enchanter. My Taylor Enchanter is a demon hunter. I love playing demon hunter as much as I love playing Affliction Warlock, but I started crafting stuff for my Warlock and for my Mage, and I found that it was not really expensive. But I needed a couple of pieces that I didn't have the patterns for. So I went to the auction house and it blew my mind, completely blew my mind. So I don't know if you'll be able to tell now because I have upgraded some stuff. My eye level is 356. I don't have any of the original gear available. I've got a couple of pieces from that I bought from the vendor from doing Primal Storms. But anyway, it was like anywhere from 20 to 50 gold apiece for cloth armor. For level 70 blue armor. Blew my mind. So now my tailor craft stuff disenchants it, makes enchants that way. It's that way with blacksmithing. I have a paladin on this server that was a blacksmith. I wanted to go into weapon mastery, and the cost of everything was so insane that it wasn't worth selling. Um, so I dropped blacksmithing. But let me just kind of show you what I saw here. This is on my inscription. Let's go back to the food. So we talked about what do you use these frozen rhinefish tuna. Rhinefish tuna. I actually have this. This is the one that I got from the feast yesterday. This is where these rhinefin tuna. Now, as I remember, it says you brush off the ice coating this fish. Once you do that, you have to use it like immediately, otherwise it rots. And so I don't want to spend all this time gathering all these fish, brush the ice off them, have them go bad. So don't brush the fish until you're ready to craft this. But back to what we were talking about, the economy. Now I need a cooking fire. I'm not going to do that, but I wanted to show you price. So right down here, it tells me to craft. This is 507 gold. Uh, with the tuna, they're selling for 33 gold a piece. This one's 13. You need four, so that's you add all these up, 20 gold a piece for that to 120 gold just for this platter that you can make once you get the recipes. Um, the basilisk eggs are the only thing that I really buy because I don't want to farm basilisk. I mean, they stun you. I hate them. They're a pain in the ass. It only drops them a few. I'd rather just pay 26 gold a piece. 6 times 26 is what, 156 gold for the basilisk eggs. I can make the snow cones. Craft 507 gold. Now, if you were to buy all this stuff just to make this grand banquet, you're a fool. Look at the sell price on that. 265. Now, while that is really good, if you have all of these recipes and you can craft them, and you only buy the basilisk eggs and you pay 150, but you're still only making 110 gold per. So you can go farm these basilisk eggs if you want. Again, they only drop from like one type of basilisk that I have found in the Waking Shores. There might be some others somewhere, but I know that they're there. So I'm going to pay, 150 gold for these, craft all the rest of this, fish these up to make 100 gold when the crafting cost is 507. Okay, let's go to inscription. Very, very, very good. Uh, this one's selling for 18 gold. Look at the craft cost, 197. How ridiculous is the economy? It's just pathetic how bad it is. 238 crafting sells for 15.99. So I can see people that don't want to craft. I totally get it. You're better off farming up herbs or skins are they're kind of the bottom uh, gold making way in Dragonflight. Um, but if you want a skin, then that's great. You can specialize, like I'm specializing. I went into archiving and I went straight down this tree where I can get contracts and missives. So once I reach a certain point in my renown, I can't remember exactly. Let me look here. So the Dragon Scale Expedition, I want to say it is, I want to say it's 15. Yeah, you can get techniques for certain things. You can get manuscripts, um, and then but you have to get higher renown to get some of the stuff. I want to say some of them are all the way up to 25. There's an expedition contract that you can make to increase your reputation with the expedition. And I think the missives, they might even be lower. I'm just kind of going through this manuscript. Gives you stuff for your Drake, Crafter's Knowledge Expedition, Crafter's Knowledge. So this is one that somebody's going to really want. If you can get something you can buy it in, give you crafting knowledge, because that's once you get to a certain point, it's really, really hard to get. Um, so no, it's lower than max level, but um, as you all know, crafting knowledge, I have 3 that I can apply here. But I went down this way because these are things that are consumable. You're not going to buy them one time, be done, and something that everybody's going to want. Everybody's going to want to have a contract with each of the faction to increase their reputation. There are missives. I think I actually have some. Yeah, I do have these missives. But again, the crafting cost is just absolutely insane for what you can buy them for on the auction house. You can get these missives of inspiration. These are used. They're a one of the finishing reagents that you can use on certain things that will give you more inspiration. Inspiration is by far the number one trait for procking higher levels. So I'm at 2 here. If my inspiration was higher, I could get to proc 3. 3 is the highest you can get. Um, I don't have any contracts yet, but I do have some of these missives, 169 gold, and they're selling for 99. So this is not just inscription. This is across the board. Every single crafting profession has this problem. Now, you may say, well, everybody's selling blah, blah, blah. Here's my example of what would happen in the real world. Of course, we're not in the real world, but something like this, if you saw this in the real world, and I'll use McDonald's as an example, everything on McDonald's menu would be on the dollar menu, every single item. So in order to make a Big Mac, say it's going to cost them $2.50, but they sell it for $1 just because they want to get rid of it. And that's what's happening. People make all this stuff and they just want to get rid of it because they've crafted it. So it may have cost them this much to start with. They don't care. We're going to recover 30. So now everything at McDonald's is on the dollar menu. Same with Burger King. Burger King's a little more expensive. Wendy's is probably the most expensive. Imagine getting a triple cheeseburger for $1 because they just want to get rid of it. That's how I compare the economy in WoW to the real world. And it's ridiculous. And that's why I have uh, jewel crafting and inscription. My others, enchanting is one. Once you get the high end enchants, they sell for a lot of gold. But tailoring, leatherworking, blacksmithing, complete waste of time. Unless you're going to craft for yourself, which once when I dropped blacksmithing on my paladin, I could create it was a lava something axe. Or I went into great swords, long swords, because being a rep paladin, I use a two-handed weapon. That's what I wanted to go into, and then I saw that it uses I can't remember what the things are called. It's one of the ones that are soul bound. I don't think that I'm going to have 80 of them. They use a lot of Awaken. Look at that, 276, selling for 8 gold. How pathetic! This just it makes me sick to look at these. I don't think the dragon whiting stuff is going to it might sell if you really want, um, but you're going to use artisan metal, so 193. These are BOP, so these have to go through a crafting order. Contracts, they're 250. And honestly, that wouldn't cost much at all because you can mill and make burnish ink. That's not bad. That's why I want to go into contracts. Make a little bit of money, not a ton, but compared to what you would make as a tailor or a leather worker, you're going to make a ton more. Again, do cooking. Cooking is very simple. Do a little bit of farming, do a little bit of fishing, turn on Netflix, turn on your favorite show, and fish. And you're going to make a lot of gold. Um, there are some certain things in the crafting world that are making money that I am making money, PvP stuff. And I was talking to my friend. We ran one of the dungeons up in Thaldraszus earlier this on Friday, after I went down the rabbit hole, or before I went down the rabbit hole of cooking, which was freaking nuts. Um, but we ran that dungeon, and um, it's just some of this stuff is just I don't know, it blows my mind how bad things are. But I had quests and stuff that I had to run. Let me see if I can't even pull up my quest log here. I don't know the keybind for quest logs. Let's see. You can see I have dungeon. What's dungeon? Um, Brackenhide painting. I got to figure out a way to do that. There's a dungeon, the Knockout Offensive. Founders Keep, no idea what that is. Um, got to run these, get some reputation with those. I've got one more flight. What are they? The flight things that are a flag on your mini map. I don't know if I can see one here. But you fly the course, and you get it gives you a time. Bronze, silver, gold. You don't have to get a great time. I barely got bronze on a couple of mine, but they have the little flag if you have handy notes, or if you have Tomcats, they'll show you a little flag on here, and you can you can fly those courses. They're kind of fun. They can be kind of nerve wracking because they take a lot of right turns, but there are some quests you do. Anyway, getting back to um, do cooking, do Tuskar, get that reputation up. I was at 9, so I got probably a full renown level just by running the quest in Brackenhide Hall. So that was really good. Get this up as high as you can. Do your world quest. Get your cooking up. Sell your food. Craft it yourself. I mean, if you're going to go out and pick flowers or mine, and you want to sell mats, in my opinion, if you're not going to craft PvP stuff, then you're probably better off just uh, mining and herbalism. That's probably your best bet. But hope this helped. I hope that the economy, you see the economy better than I do. I think it sucks. I've been in the retail world and for years and years, so I kind of know how things work. And when I see this stuff, it makes me want to throw up. But that's just the way WoW is. People just don't care. Why? Because This guy had less than 10,000 gold not very long ago until I started selling some of my inscription stuff. And now I got 52,000. Now that's not a ton, but I also don't play 24 hours a day. While I'm on vacation, I'm probably going to play a lot, but for an average player, making 40,000 in just a few days is pretty good. Um, you can also, that's another thing that you can get from the Tuskar's pets. I sent all of my pet charms over to my to this guy because my renown is so high. I can be I can acquire 2 new pets, and I got some. I don't think I have any of the little tokens that you use to raise them to level 25. So I got 2 of the pets from the Tuskar, raised them to level 25. They're listed for just under 1 million combined between the two. Because they're already leveled to 25, you'd have to go out and level them. So hopefully those will sell. There are ways to make gold crafting, in my opinion, low end crafting, unless you get, like I said, get your renown up. There are a lot of recipes that you can get as tailors, blacksmiths, leatherworkers with higher renown. But if you're looking to make gold right now, you're better off just gathering. So anyway, like, comment, subscribe. Hopefully I can get some more videos out this week while I'm off. And please let me know if you have any questions or leave me a comment, whatever you want. Thanks, guys.